Captain's log, stardate 58217.3. The Excelsior has been exploring the currents for 2 days. I've sent an away team down to Tagus 5 to have a look at some anomalous surface formations. We're the first Starfleet vessel to explore this part of the patch.
We're entering a region of high kelbonite deposits. It is making scans difficult.
Just like on Baku. I wonder if this is a common feature of most of the planets in the patch.
Perhaps, but 2 examples is not sufficient to form a theory, sir.
This is my first time in command of an away team. Can you cut me a little slack here?
Slack?
Never mind.
Sir, I'm not getting any readings up ahead. It could be masked.
Satal, can you confirm? Any sign of the ruins we picked up from orbit?
Stand by. I think someone may have detected our presence.
Excelsior, we're under attack. We need immediate beam out.
We can't get a lock on you with all the kelbonite nearby. You need to get closer to the beam down point.
Acknowledged. Fall back. Any idea who they are?
I believe they are Tholian, sir. I will try to get confirmation.
Can we get a lock on them yet?
Negative. They need to move another 25 meters.
I thought you said this planet was uninhabited.
It was.
Scan for nearby vessels.
Definitely Tholian, sir.
How many?
At least 4, perhaps more.
We'll lay down a suppressing fire once we reach the beam out point.
He is dead, sir.
We're gonna have to make a break for it.
I'm detecting at least 5 Tholians now, sir.
Okay. On the count of 3, we're gonna have to go. 1, 2, 3.
Sir, we have to go.
I killed him.
Now, sir. Now.
Excelsior, energize.
Transporter room, do you have them?
I have them, Captain.
Evasive maneuvers, helm, break orbit.
If the Tholians are this deep in the patch, they found holes in the blockade and accessed the currents.
Or maybe they've been here longer than we thought.
Aft shield's holding.
What are we up against?
3 Tholian web spinners.
We are not going to start a war. But if they follow us into the currents, we sure as hell won't pull any punches. Helm, take us in.
Initiating tachyon pulse.
Warp speed now!
They're not pursuing.
They were driving us away from the planet for a reason, Captain.
Any idea why?
None.
Take us back to Deep Space 12, Ensign. Mr. McCabe, get me Admiral Nechayev.
We should prepare a report for the captain. The mission was not without incident. We should not delay.
Not without incident? He's dead. And
Your reaction is different from other humans I have observed. If you wish, I will prepare the report.
No, I'll do it. It's my command.
As you wish, sir. And if I may
Thanks.
suggest...
Ensign, but I'm fine.
Captain's log, stardate 58247.1. We've returned to Deep Space 12. Admiral Nechayev has called a meeting with the Tholian ambassador.
Do you think they're slipping through our blockade?
Possibly, sir. But it seems to me like the Tholians already had a significant presence in the patch prior to our blockade.
As a condition of these talks, the Tholians have already agreed to pull their forces out of the patch.
Is there any indication that they've done that?
We've monitored some Tholian forces heading away from the patch, but considering how expansive the patch is, there's no way to be sure.
What about ramping up our blockade efforts?
I agree. Until our teams can analyze the tetrahedron on the Baku Ocean, we don't know what we are dealing with. And keeping the Tholians from finding more of them should be our top priority.
Not to mention they're invading Federation space in their quest for more tetrahedrons.
Starfleet wants to give peace a chance. But if that's not possible, our options are limited.
Admiral, the Tholian ambassador's here.
Send him in.
Greetings, Admiral.
Hello, Sirach.
Hello, Commander.
Deck 8?
I need to confirm a few things before I turn my report into the captain.
Very well.
Okay. Deto's tricorder indicates there were 4, maybe 5 Tholians. Can you confirm that?
I detected at least 5, but the scan was disrupted before I could...
Well, okay. Deto's phaser rifle, why was it on such a high setting?
We had used it to take a sample of the rock face several meters before we were attacked.
Well, I should have ordered him to put it back on stun. It's standard procedure. Why would he have it on stun unless...
Mr. Barrett, there was no reason for Deto to change his power settings, as we were taking samples every few minutes.
Well, I should have checked the settings first.
You did not have time to change the setting.
Well, if I'd just gotten up and ran away...
Then they would have shot you in the back, the way they shot Deto.
Well, there must have been something. Something
Ensign, you did what had to be done to protect yourself and your crewmates. And as a Starfleet officer, you may be faced with the same situation again, and you cannot hesitate.
It's not that simple, Satal. I killed someone. I can't just turn off my emotions and realize the logic of my actions.
Since you cannot go back and change what has happened, you should focus on accepting it. Logically...
There you go again! When are you gonna realize that logic and emotions are 2 totally different languages that can't be translated between each other? You can't give me advice if you don't understand how I feel.
Then we're at an impasse.
I guess so.
Sirach should be locked down and put in the brig. He's dangerous. We'd be doing the Tholians a favor.
We cannot simply arrest a representative of the Tholian Assembly while on a mission of peace, no matter who he may be, Commander. He's protected under the Seldonis Convention. The Tholians and the Federation both signed.
Their demands haven't exactly been unreasonable either. Exploratory rights to the patch are something that we've granted to several Federation allied governments.
You really believe that's all the Tholians want, Elizabeth?
Not a chance. We've dealt with Serac enough to know otherwise. Any thoughts, number one?
The tetrahedrons? Something along those lines, I'm sure. Beyond that, I'm not certain, Captain. Admiral, request permission to visit the Tholian ambassador. I'd like a little heart-to-heart with Serac.
Be diplomatic, Commander. We don't need any more trouble with the Tholians right now.
I'll do my best, Admiral.
I appreciate the thoroughness of your thoughts regarding Ensign Barrett, Satal.
As ship's counselor, you're the logical source for information regarding the psychological well-being of the crew. I merely wanted to present you with a comprehensive assessment of Barrett's situation.
Well, in view of your assessment, what would you like me to do?
Your duty, counselor. Make him well.
Well, I certainly should intervene if, in view of your assessment, his work's being affected. Tell me something, Ensign. Your assessment doesn't include anything about what you might be able to offer him as his friend.
Of course, I would assist if I could, but I'm a Vulcan. I have no expertise in dealing with humans' emotional troubles.
I understand the Vulcan neuromassage has a great deal of success in dealing with human stress.
The technique requires extreme physical proximity. I would not want to make Barrett uncomfortable.
Why do you think he'd be uncomfortable?
Some humans would consider it an intimate act.
Would you?
I'm not certain, counselor. I simply would not want the ensign to misinterpret my assistance as something more than what I would intend for it to be.
The ensign's name is Andrew. Is there some reason why you don't call him that?
The use of first names among humans is often intended as a sign of affection, an emotional state I do not exhibit.
Why did you come to see me today?
I'm concerned about my shipmate.
Isn't concern an emotional state?
Counselor, I see no need to insult me. My concern is about maximizing Ensign Barrett's operational efficiency.
Humans operate more efficiently when their colleagues, their friends, use their first name. It puts them at ease, forms a sense of camaraderie, helps them to work better.
I had not considered that.
What Andrew needs right now, Satal, are his friends. Friendship doesn't have to be an emotional state you exhibit. I respect your feelings. Excuse me, your opinion about that. However, friendship is a relationship characterized by mutual assistance, approval, and support. Do you believe you can offer Andrew those things?
I believe I can, counselor.
Then be his friend, Satal.
Come in.
Ensign, I feel I must apologize for earlier. I was unprepared for our exchange. Human emotional responses are a mystery to me.
Then why are you here?
To paraphrase Admiral Janeway, I am a Starfleet officer. Mystery is part of the game. More importantly, I wish to be here.
There's no need to apologize. You can't help being Vulcan any more than I can help being human. This is my father. He's been a colony security officer for 25 years. And in all that time, he hasn't had to so much as stun anyone. I used to admire him in his uniform when he got home from work. That's why I joined Starfleet. What would he have done down there?
I cannot say, as he was not there. But if the character of his son is any indication, I believe he would have done much the same.
I can't help but wonder if I really deserve to wear this uniform. I've read books on all the great Starfleet officers. Kirk, Pike, Picard, Sisko. They all would have found different alternatives to killing.
You must also remember that each of those officers has had to kill when they were forced to. All of them regretted it, but none would shirk from doing it again. As for whether you deserve to wear that uniform, only you can answer that question. Andrew.
I'm confident Neros is as confused as the rest of the Federation.
The Breen have accepted our offer. They're awaiting instructions.
Do nothing. We will need them soon enough. We must strike the Federation when the time is right, to ensure just enough disarray to assure success.
What is our plan?
In time, my dear, in time. What do the Breen want for their services?
The Baku system and a share in the tetrahedron research.
Fair enough. Assure them it is theirs.
I already have.
Careful, Verena. Don't let your ambition outrun your brain.
Of course, my lord.
Enter.
Hello, Serac.
Ah, Tolian. Come in. They told me you were aboard.
Finding the Tholians worthy subjects?
Perhaps. But not so worthy as I was of you.
Remembering the good old days, are we, Serac?
How could I not? There I was, a beaten and disheveled refugee, left to the mercy of the Trinla.
Seems we had more in common back in those days. I was a refugee of the Borg.
And fate brought you to the Trinla colonies, the first outsider in the patch. What race was it that told you about the patch currents? But you wouldn't share that with the Trinla. No.
They weren't ready for it.
But I was, and you took me under your wing. And you showed me the patch and all of its secrets. Well, not all.
No?
No.
What are you up to, Serac?
Just trying to ensure the Tholians have their fair share of the patch resources and access. After all, the Federation covers half the edge of the patch. And going around is such a slow business.
You need patch access? What for?
I thought it might be nice to visit once in a while.
You've been using the currents. There's nothing stopping you from visiting. Stop trespassing in Federation space.
And spend weeks going around? Is that what you want us to do?
Yes, because I know there's more to this than memories of home and the good old days.
Delusions, Tolian.
You're a poor liar, Serac. What did you find? What secrets did you unlock from that tetrahedron you stole?
I'm afraid that's classified.
Those patch artifacts. The Grey created them. They're keys, aren't they?
Keys? But keys to what?
You tell me.
The tetrahedrons, of course. But you already knew that.
When they're unlocked, what happens then? We know that isolytic pulses cause them to react. But that's like a caveman trying to run a starship. Total control. That's what the keys do, isn't it?
A clever analogy. I'm surprised you figured it out for yourself. Too bad you don't have one of your own to play with.
Yes, too bad.
It's not too late, Tolian. You could still join me. We could finish this as we begun. Partners.
I have no interest in whatever scheme you've devised.
Most unfortunate. Alas, it is late, and I must contact my government. You might have been better off staying on Norpin 4, tending to that garden of yours.
We're right behind you, Serac. Don't trip.
You're like the Federation, Tolian, an old man. Don't meddle where you don't belong.
I will stop you, Serac. Count on it.
What is it, Commander?
Tholian ships picked up our listening post.
Where?
They're massing near our blockade line. Sector 439, 440, 441. The leading forces could enter Federation space in several hours.
Notify command. Send the 8th Fleet to join the blockade. Have them deploy mines along the perimeter. And get me a meeting with Ambassador Sherrock now.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is the Tholian fleet grouping near our border?
It's routine deployment, Commodore. Nothing more than your equally impressive show of force in the region.
If you attempt to run our blockade, or so much as put one ship across our border without our permission, there will be war.
We know you're after the tetrahedrons. That technology is too dangerous. It's unpredictable.
Unpredictable for those who do not understand it, or how to use it. Whose hands is it more dangerous in, Admiral? The Petty Federation, who do not understand it, or the Tholian Assembly, who have studied it and mastered it?
Perhaps a mutual sharing of information is in order. If we pooled our resources?
Pooled resources? Shared ideas? We might as well roll out the red carpet, share a glass of wine, and be friends. That's all the Federation ever wants to do. You don't have the stomach for anything else. The Tholians have greater vision.
The Tholians should be careful. Are they willing to risk opening Pandora's box, Ambassador?
The box is open, Admiral. Wide open. For anyone who would care to peer into it.
Come in.
Hey,
Hey. What's going on?
just got off duty. Thought I'd stop by. I've been reading this book about Bajoran resistance fighters during the Cardassian occupation.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, most of it's about frightened people forced to fight for their freedom. Regular people turn into heroes, stuff like that. But there's this one guy who talks of the war as if it was a fond memory, something he enjoyed. And every time he killed a Cardassian, he would mark the handle of his phaser with a notch, kind of like keeping score. He was proud of it. Everyone on Bajor saw him as a hero.
Do you think he was a hero?
Sure, I guess. But you know, anyone who equates the life of another for a notch on a phaser isn't someone I'd like to have as a friend. Doesn't your shift on the bridge start soon?
Yeah, it does.
Are you going?
I guess I am.
Well, I'll let you get ready. I'll see you later.
Nevin.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nevin.
For what?
Just thanks.
Ensign?
He'll be fine. He just needed time to think. And help from his friends.
I was merely concerned about Ensign Barrett's mental state.
But you didn't go to the captain or Narrows. You came to me. Why?
It seemed logical that he needed the support of his peers in this instance, as opposed to command intervention.
I see. In other words, he needed his friends.
Yes, his friends.